All right, Dan here at the Kiro AWS Agentic IDE development environment. And I want to show you something. Today I'm going to try to attempt to do a live project here. I have a idea for an app. It's very similar to another one, but with a few changes. So what I've done is I've written some instructions here offline. I'm going to copy and paste them right here. And I've set this up for spec. You can do vibe. It's kind of a higher level of spec, but spec is more like closer to coding. So I'm just going to try spec, paste my command. And basically I want to make this punch list manager. And I'm telling it that it should reference my two completed projects, SMS punch list and CRM search. It's really just referencing CRM search deployed in AWS Lambda. I want to reuse what we did in CRM search and apply it to a Smartsheet named master punch list. I want the interface to look similar, but I want the search tool to be a filter instead of a search. And I still need a keyword search. So sometimes you read this and you think through it and you might change your commands. Like I'm reading this now and I'm thinking, gosh, I should have probably worded that differently, but I'm just going to go with it just to see what happens here and show you guys the power of this tool, and we'll see how it works. So I'm just going to fire this off, hit enter, and see what it does. So this is cool because it's reading the steering file, which is specific to Kiro, and it's telling it things that I've told it to save for other projects. So it learns my style and my little shortcuts, and you save those from project to project. So it's just reading the files and learning from them, and it's going to apply it here. And it's usually pretty fast. It's, less than 10 or 20 seconds per file or something, and then it applies the current requirements. Okay, so now what it's done is it's analyzed, it's compared, and it's moving on to the second phase, where it's written a detailed design description. And this is the high-level summary. Surprised it's not displaying it here, but usually it shows the files design.md. The .md are markups, and so you can read those. They're human readable. But now it's asking if it should implement it, and I'm going to say yes. There it is. It's running it right now. And it's going to tell us if it passed. I find it kind of funny that it writes the tests, it writes the codes, and then it tells you if it passed or not. I kind of wonder what happened if it didn't pass. So this is so nice, the summary here. It tells you everything it worked on, what it built, and the status of if it's running or not. So it says it built it. It's got these 5 core files, which is good. It tells me it's a light application. Shouldn't take a lot of transfer time. Here's the testing files that stay local. Documentation, and the features, of course. All looks good to me. Test results, and then some shell stuff here. I'm going to say accept all. And it should move it over to. So this is the actual function. It's going to run it. So now it's deploying it. So this is so interesting because the agent in my Kiro window is talking to or writing things and commands that go down to the Mac shell. And then the Mac shell is talking to AWS, and it's also speaking back logs and stuff. And now it's going to execute a direct curl command to actually test this out. So there's the Lambda URL it created, and it's going to check it. Is it doing the health? Yeah, it's doing the health check. It usually does a health. So I can go back to the browser, and I'm going to refresh this. Did it refresh? I guess it did it so fast. So I'm going to pick 1714 again. Search, and then I'm going to go find that cap. Find here landscaping. This one was incomplete. So we'll edit. We'll change it to me. Assign it to Craig. And we'll change the date. 10/31. We'll save the changes. Update it correctly. And then if we see it's assigned to Craig, requested by Dan, there it is, it worked. And one more check to close this. I want to see that refreshed here. I guess it doesn't have those fields. So if I would have changed, it's saved in there. Let me change description here. Need a test ladder. If I save that and then close, there it is right there. So it's working well. Built this application and it looks like 36 minutes. This would have taken significantly longer for me to code by hand. So that is a quick demonstration of the Kiro application. And now I can go, and now that it's working and we have a baseline, what I would do is I would give it directions to create tests, like maybe 10 or 15 tests. I'd ask it to create a regression suite of different tests and then lock this in as our baseline. And then I'd start to slowly add features. And then as I add each feature, I would go back and have it run that regression as a way to check to see if everything's still working. And it's very easy to upgrade, change colors, change fonts, change layout, now that we have a working baseline application.